Lepore and Republican strategist Kevin Harley. We're going to talk about the arson at the governor's residence first. You guys have been there multiple times and even in the room that caught fire.
Right. I was there, probably 50 times, probably. I don't know. I worked for Governor Corbett. He was governor for 4 years, and we spent a lot of time in that room. It was kind of a working room, and it's very unfortunate, but I'm glad that the police have caught the perpetrator and will be brought to justice.
Well, you've been there as well.
I mean, dozens of times. I was in the Senate. I worked in the Senate for 35 years. We would have many meetings in there. And in fact, the first Jewish Seder ever in the governor's residence was held in that room, and I attended. And it means something to me. And walking in that door every single time, I was in an awe a little bit, and that is really the people's house. It really means something.
Well, then what was it like watching and seeing those pictures?
It was horrible. And a friend of mine helped fight the fire, actually. Brendan Booz from the Harrisburg Fire Department, he said it could have been even worse. And just seeing these pictures, it's heartbreaking, right?
It is.
Let's talk about security. What have you noticed when you've been there in the past?
Well, I can tell you that I spent a lot of time with the Pennsylvania State Police Executive Detail, and they are the most highly trained, highly professional group of individuals you'll ever come across. So I know that the state police are doing a review of security, and we'll see what happens if there's ways to improve the security. But I can tell you my experience with the Pennsylvania State Police is nothing but the highest regard for them.
I've been there, like I said, I've been there, I don't know, the same 500 times, and every single time, even though I knew the state police, they would stop me, make sure, even though if I was there earlier in the day, make sure who I was, why I was there, they double check us.
I mean, when you have a mentally deranged person, or certainly somebody with a mental illness, there's really nothing you can do to stop somebody like that who's determined to do that. I mean, just so you might remember, just a few years ago, somebody jumped the wall or the fence at the White House and was roaming around the White House grounds for 17 minutes before they were caught. So, I mean, it happened at the White House. It can happen certainly in the governor's
Luckily, it was only a couple minutes here.
Right.
What does this say about the political rhetoric?
Well, I think we need to tone down the political rhetoric in this country. Although in this individual case, I think it's maybe more of a mentally disturbed person, whether it was political rhetoric that motivated him. I'm not sure. I mean, this is a very deranged person.
Yeah, I think more is going to come out, obviously. I think he does have some intense mental health issues that are certainly coming out right now. And we certainly do need to ratchet it back, but I'm not sure there was a ton that could have been done to this unless getting him some help months or years ago.
Well, his mom called authorities.
I know.
Right.
How about that and alerted them?
I know. That's sad to me. I mean, that's sad.
Well, guys,